Meyda Lighting has been around for 50 years now and has grown over that time, achieving what you might call the American dream.
News Channel 2's Kirk Tupai tells us how the company has evolved.
Bob Cohen is the president and CEO of Meyda Lighting, but considers himself a glass cutter. The company was started by Bob's parents when they created this piece of stained glass.
My father and my mother made a stained glass window for their dining room. That's what started the whole thing as a hobby.
That hobby, Meyer and Ida Cohen started in the basement of their home, has turned into a 170,000 square foot facility. The company has grown, but the process of creating these one-of-a-kind lights hasn't changed much.
When we're soldering together the copper and the brass lanterns, we're still using soldering irons that were being used over 100 years ago, the same ones that were being used in Tiffany studios. We're still using them here today. Glass cutter, I mean, it's a carbide wheel that rolls across the piece of glass. I don't think there's been much improvement over that.
While most of their products are still handmade, the company is using over $5 million of state-of-the-art equipment to achieve some of the more precise fabricated pieces.
We can repeat what we've done when we use this equipment much easier, so that after we make the first one and have tweaked it to where we like it, if somebody wants to buy it again, all we have to do is push the button.
Meyda prides itself on creating some of the most unique lighting in the world, like this 34-foot wide, 7,000-pound chandelier at the Stanley Theater. Bob Cohen says it's the customer that continually comes up with new ideas that only Meyda can fashion.
One-of-a-kind ideas that sometimes develop into more better, bigger ideas, and sometimes it's a one-of-a-kind and that's the only one that ever gets made.
Bob has been with the company for 50 years and still comes to work with a smile on his face every day.
It's a love. It's just, I tell you, it's just a hobby. I love it. I love it every day.
Meyda is planning a 50th year anniversary celebration and will be coming out with the details in the coming weeks. In Yorkville, I'm Kirk Tupai reporting for News Channel 2.
And tonight at 6, you'll hear from the younger generation of this family business and where Meyda is headed in the future.